be honest, I was just gonna come on here and moan about how everyone's calling me iDubbbz or alternate universe iDubbbz or iDubbbz with long hair or serial killer iDubbbz and how it's pissing me off so much and how it's not true, but instead I wanted to do something more wholesome. I wanted to come on here and review a video that really touched my soul this week. Okay? So I'm gonna be talking about the time Maffew Gregg joined Tom Campbell on Cultaholic Desert Island Graps. I forgot the name there for a bit, I'm not sure why. But anyway, it was a really great video, and I'm just gonna jump on here to YouTube, and I'm gonna review it real quick. But first, I'm gonna introduce to you Munchie the straight edge Nutcracker. He's a genius influencer, and myself, I'm Dan Frampton, I'm a talented artist. Together, we're the Dean Project. And Maffew Gregg, okay, he's really famous in the wrestling community for these series of videos that he does called Botchamania. Now back in the YouTube days, back in like maybe 2006, 2007, I think that's when Maffew started to do these Botchamania videos. Now a lot of tidbits were learned in this interview, in this podcast with Tom Campbell that I had no idea about, okay? So I didn't know that Maffew Gregg didn't come up with the Botchamania concept. That was actually someone else, apparently, from another, I don't know, wrestling organization, maybe a referee or something. He put out the first two Botchamanias. I'm not sure how that went down. And then the third Botchamania came out, and it was trash. It was garbage. No one liked it. And Maffew thought, well, I can do Botchamania better than Botchamania 3. And then he did 4. And then, you know, the comments started to come in. You should do more. You should do more. Then he did more. Then he did more. And then he became a legend. You can accidentally become a legend by making fun of the times professional wrestlers fall on their asses. You can become a legend. Maffew Gregg was like a legend in the independent wrestling community for a very long time, and even like the general wrestling community, and no one really knew, well, people knew who he was, I guess, in like the actual scene, but people like me just watching the videos, I had no idea who he was. So then when he first joined the Cultaholic gang to do their podcast, that was my initial actual draw to listen to and to watch their video wrestling podcast, was Maffew Gregg is now a personality on screen. That's great, that's amazing. And then he revealed in his interview with Tom Campbell that, you know, he felt like a little bit self-conscious because he thinks he's like a weird gangly looking guy, which he might not be wrong about. That's like, so am I, and that's fine. But that's no reason not to be yourself in front of a camera, Maffew. You're doing great, dude, I love it. You're really taking like the feedback and the criticism that comes your way really well, and you're also like trying to develop your skills as a host and as a presenter, and as an all-around like internet personality, and I can see that you're putting in that hard work. Okay, so I think that's really sick, that's really dope. I think that's amazing. Now Munchie over here, he doesn't appreciate Botchamania like I do. He thinks it's kinda cruel that you take what these guys do, what these guys and gals, what they do in the ring. They're busting their asses, and yeah, sure, they're gonna mess up now and then. And Munchie thinks it's kind of opportunistic to take those opportunities and make fun of those performers, but I don't agree. I don't agree with that sentiment at all. I think we can all appreciate a botch or two, a blooper or two. It's not mean-spirited. No, it's all in good fun. It's all just for a little laugh. Negative 5 stars, send for the man. Negative 5 stars, send for the man. I am the table. I am the table. Alright, I can't lie to you folks right now. I'm coming onto YouTube here and I'm really rushing myself. I'm going quick. I got 2 hours before I gotta get my ass to work and then work until 1 a.m. So I want to get this video done. So I'm shooting it. I'm gonna edit it. There's not gonna be very many sound effects. There's not gonna be very many graphics. It's just gonna be a video that's done really quick so I can show my appreciation for Maffew Gregg, everything that he has done for the wrestling community, everything that he's done for the internet culture, everything that he's done for me personally, all the joy and laughs that he brings me. And I just gotta say that this video with him, with Tom Campbell, the interview, was the most wholesome thing that Cultaholic has ever produced.
Yeah, dude, I will give you that. I mean, it was a really good watch. It was really interesting. It was really, like, captivating and stuff. Yeah, for sure.
I know, Munchie, wasn't it? We've never really seen Maffew Gregg in that light before. You know, he's always been just like the jokey kind of hides behind the sarcasm kind of guy, and that's cool. That's kind of what we love him for. But it was really cool to see like the actual parts of his personality that make Maffew Maffew.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it was pretty cool to see him like talk so openly and honestly about the things that he's working on and that he's doing, and I think that's really sick. And I do appreciate Botchamania. I just think it's mean.
Yeah, Munchie, I get that. It can be, I guess, perceived as a little bit mean, but everybody in the independent wrestling scene is stoked when they're on Botchamania. It gets referenced on actual wrestling television lots of times. It gets the chants going worldwide. It's a phenomena.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, it is. Yeah, bona fide phenomena.
Yeah, Munchie, I think you nailed it. Bona fide phenomena. Botchamania. Oh yeah, these are my final thoughts. My final thoughts. My final thoughts. My final thoughts about this Tom Campbell interview is it left a real nice taste in my mouth. Yeah, I'm coming back. It was nice to hear them hash out the problems they had in the past, and now they're real good friends, and they bond over the fact that they're the older members of the Cultaholic crew, and they're also the ones that were brought in after the fact. Yeah, I guess that's why I relate to them too. Yeah. I really liked this interview. I really liked this podcast. I really thought it was something special to broadcast. You should go out and watch it if you have a minute. It is worth your time, my boys. Yes, if you got those minutes. Those are my final thoughts. Final thoughts. My final thoughts, baby, yeah. I hope you want my rating, cause here it comes. I'm gonna give this thing a final grade. Finally. Alright, you know that this is Tuber Reviewber, right? So I gotta slap a number rating on this thing from phenomenal 1 all the way to perfect 10, and I think I can do that. I think I can do that no problem. It's definitely more than an aces and eights, okay? And it's definitely more than a ninth wonder of the world, but I don't know if it's quite a perfect 10. That's the problem here. So I'm gonna have to give this a 9.5 wonder of the world. Alright, thank you for watching that load of horseshit that I call content. Remember, if you enjoyed it, just scroll down a little bit, put a little like on it. The little thumbs up thing will turn blue! That'll signify that you did it correctly. And then everything else in the world will be amazing, and everything is gonna be great in your life. And the most important thing that you can ever do, that Munchie will love if you do, and that I will love if you do, is you gotta
join the Patreon!